Well, this morning, the investigation continues into a deadly plane crash into an Akron home. The two people on the plane were killed.
Noel Williams joining us live in the newsroom with what else we're finding out this morning. Noel.
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Shannon. So the plane took off yesterday afternoon from Akron Fulton Airport. That plane in the air for about an hour and 45 minutes before ultimately crashing into that Akron home. Now, currently, the Red Cross is assisting 4 people that were inside the home and thankfully made it out. But the 2 people on the plane did not survive. 2 people aboard a 1963 single-engine plane took off from Akron Fulton Airport just after 2 p.m. on Wednesday. This flight tracker shows the plane traveled south about 70 miles away from Columbus and turned around, eventually crashing into this home on Canterbury Circle in Akron just before 3:45 p.m. Several people inside this home made it out. The 2 on board sadly died.
The damage it's crazy, and I'm so glad that where it hit, it didn't hit where there were people sleeping.
Neighbors react to the fiery crash. This news release from the city of Akron says firefighters evacuated 2 homes as a precaution. No additional injuries were reported. Several jurisdictions responded to the scene, including the Federal Aviation Administration and Ohio State Patrol. Right now, there are still so many questions waiting to be answered. That includes the name and identity of those 2 people that did pass away and the cause of this crash. 19 News plans to stay on top of this story as details are revealed. In the newsroom, Noel Williams, 19 News.